Oh yeah, oh man, yeah, check this out. You're taking off towards the mountains. I think if you have an engine failure, then there's an escape maneuver of some sort, because you wouldn't be able to continue straight ahead. Oh yeah, I can see why now. Nice. Las Vegas traffic, United 2416 heavy, rolling 26 right. Let's go, let's go! Takeoff.
Check.
Press ref.
Check.
Let's go!
Thrust set.
Check.
80 knots.
Hold.
Check.
V1.
Rotate.
Rotate.
Positive climb.
Gear up. LNAV.
400 feet. Check.
Press ref.
Check.
Enough speed.
Check.
Yeehaw! Okay, so that's gonna be the intercept.
Climb.
Done by about 10 degrees. 1000 restriction. Nice. Let's look outside a little bit. Can fly time. Yeah, airport is back there. That's actually supposed to be Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas, where they play the football, the American football. Some of the probably without the sphere then. Flaps 1.
Speed check. Flaps 1.
Flaps up.
Speed check. Flaps up.
After takeoff, checklist.
After takeoff checklist. After takeoff checklist complete.
You screw up just this much, you'll be flying a cargo plane full of rubber dog shit out of Hong Kong.
Oh yeah, with the 727, yeah, I'm sure it was a little bit dodgy at times, to say the least. It's gonna ever so slightly level off for 8,000 feet at sails, and then the next restriction at Kruger 11,000. Okay. Well, I forgot to set actually. It's 250 below 12,000. It's probably gonna level off again at 11,000. Because yeah, it's climbing like a rocket. Ah, you know what? Let's climb all the way, there's no ATC anyway, so... 300 initially. And what we're gonna do is press the button And it's gonna clear 11,000. Now let's climb. Let's go. The Diamond 5 RNAV arrival for 28 left. We've got all the information ready there. That's good. So from Rusme we go to Diamond. Rusme Diamond. It says 290 knots. I don't think we've got 290 knots in the descent. No, it's 279. So let's put 290 here initially then. Decimal 81. Decimal 81. 290. And then it's gonna slow down per the star. Okay. So from Diamond, then we should be at flight level 270, 290 knots. Then we go to lane at 280 knots, 260, 220. Yeah. Then to always, with no restrictions there. After always, we go to flows. That's between 14,000 and 190. Goes to 80 knots, 190, 14,000. Yeah, that's good. Then to CEDES, 10,000, 12,000, 250 knots. Yeah, that's correct. Then to Freely, 8,000 or above at 230 knots. Yeah. And then to Archie, 7,000. Diamond Lane always flows, CEDES Freely, Archie. I don't know what the theme is. Diamond Lane always flows. Obviously kind of a sentence anyway. Right, so that's it. Good. And then we're looking at San Francisco, ILS 28 left. And we'll start from Archie, mandatory 7,000 feet to Ponky. That's a funny name. Probably reduce the speed. Call it 200. Ponky. I think this arrival is tricky, actually. Because it gets you high. I think before on stream I got caught out. There's actually no speed at Archie. So maybe at Archie actually you can reduce the speed. So maybe make it 210. Because I remember getting caught once on stream, getting high and fast. So I'll try not to repeat the mistake. 190 at Ponky. And then to Whittor. Whittor should be 5,000. Yeah. Then to Rock Me. 4,000. And then to Heman. Heman is 3,100. Yeah, I would definitely reduce there as well. Cool. After Heman, we run to Duyet at 1,800 feet. That's the final approach point. The little star thingy there. And then we go all the way to the runway after that. And in case of a missed approach, go Olim. Yeah. And climb 4,000, which is what we have in the FMC, so that's good. Excellent. Frequency wise, it's 10955. We'll be looking for an ident India Sierra Fox Oscar. Inbound is 284. At Duyet, the FAP is 1,800 feet. Minima should be 220. We'll round it up. Upper elevation is sea level. Transition is 18,000. Curve terrain to the north and south east. That's it, really. Cool. So let's set 220 on the minimums. Down here. Okay. We work out the VRF, so we got down there. Ah, not too much fuel actually. Geez, I took minimum fuel there. So let's call it 6.8 here. And which will add to 237, so that's gonna be 243.8 for the landing weight. Flap 30, oops. Flap 30, 147 by 150. And down we go. So 27,000. Yeah, 27,000, but flight level 270 initially at Diamond. Then we'll continue down as per the star. Oh man, LAX, he was covering Las Vegas because he's published the Las Vegas 80s. Oh, what a shame. I missed him for maybe an hour. Oh gosh. Old. San Francisco is nice as well. Although downtown San Francisco has a lot of homeless people, gosh, everywhere. Not very nice. Seattle as well, some of the places are a little bit on the dodgy side. Of homeless, they are a little bit like all drugged up and stuff. Never know if you're not gonna get mugged or something. Yeah, the whole electronic system and everything is producing a lot of heat. So if you cannot use the APU and the airport provides ground air conditioning, if it's not too hot outside, then the ground air conditioning, you know, those two tubes they connect to the belly of the aircraft, that can kind of cope with the heat and kind of keep the cabin at like a good temperature. But if it's hot outside and you've got also like the heat generated in the cabin and the system is a little bit then yeah,
1,000 feet to level off.
it doesn't work. Right, after 270 we'll go to and it's nice because with the VNAV it just follows the profile, so it calculates the descent, make the restrictions when needed, otherwise to take those restrictions into account. Very nicely, yeah. Very nicely done, actually. Touch our passenger. So just to show me, say, oh look, it says the output shows 11 degrees. And I was like saying to him, well, fine, you know, the output can show 11 degrees, but in the cabin it's hot, you know. It was like 30 degrees plus in the cabin. It's obviously not cooling the cabin well enough. So even though the output of the machine is 11 degrees, in the aircraft is not reflected as such. So we're gonna have to do something about it. Ah, okay. So they raised like whatever they call that, a request for maintenance or whatever, and we managed to start the APU without incurring the fine, you know. Funny people. They say, oh, come and see the machine. It shows like 11 degrees, you know. So yeah, but it doesn't work on the aircraft. That was funny. Actually, it was like a big machine for the air conditioning there. Gosh. 11 Celsius. Not Fahrenheit. From Fahrenheit, it'll be like ice cubes coming out of the air conditioning, man. No, 11 degrees Celsius. But regardless, it was not coming out as 11 degrees anyway. Because even in the flight deck with those air vents, I mean, you could feel the air coming out of the vent here, for example, but it didn't feel like 11 degrees, man. 18. But yeah, the joys. It's full of little stories like this. This job is is funny. Right, so flows, we can go down to 14,000. Be below flight level 190. We're passing 18 and a bit. So we reset the QNH 2994. And we can do the approach checklist.
Approach checklist. Altimeters.
Set and checked.
Set. Approach checklist complete.
Here I think it is simulated. If you look at this here on the FMC, the progress page number 2, it shows you here the SAT. That's what they call the static air temperature. I believe that's what it stands for. It shows -2 degrees. So with active sky, it kind of injects weather, temperature, layers, winds, name it. So there's a little bit of simulation of the weather. The one thing that's not simulated here is the effect of heat or cold on the altimeter. That's not simulated properly. But I think Explain does a little bit of altimeter, you know, errors simulation. But yeah.
Thousand feet to level off.
Standing. Oh, ground air conditioning. Yeah, you've got the option here. Where is it? I think it's this. Although it's not gonna let me show you because, yeah, because it's we are flying at the moment. But on the ground, I'll try to plug in the ground air. Yeah, I'll show you what it looks like. I'm sure you've seen it in airports. You know, it's those. Usually, it's like yellow color, like those 2 big tubes they plug in under the aircraft, under the belly of the aircraft. You normally plug it around, yeah, around here somewhere, near the packs, because that's obviously where the air is coming in. Let's tweak it. Nice. Should be all right. We are 24 miles out. I'll engage the localizer first. I don't think the glide slope is can be well, it's displayed at the moment. Oh yeah, the bodega. The bodega is a famous one, huh? Bodega arrival. bodega. Ah, bugger. Okay, it's gonna level off at 6,000. Fine. San Francisco as well is a shallow approach, so you got to be careful. A little bit technical, but that's it. Okay, 5,000. Why is it pitching up and down like this? Gosh. Flaps 15.
Speed check, flaps 15.
That's okay, it's gonna work out. Okay. And the next one is 4. I could actually engage the glide slope as well now, but still a little bit far. This 4. But the speed is good because you don't want to be too fast, because otherwise you're never gonna slow down and go down. Yeah, but that's what I think actually is supposed to be like a bodega. I'm not really sure exactly what's, but it sounds like a tapas bar and tapas and wine bar indeed. It's at 3,100. The airport is straight ahead. Right, that will do now, I guess. Light slope armed. It's gonna capture the glide slope very soon. That's it. Light slope captured, so we'll set the missed approach. It's 4,000. Yeehaw! Yeah, on the other side it's quite spectacular because you fly over the Golden Gate, you fly over like downtown San Francisco. From this side you just fly over the bay, which is nice as well, but obviously not with the famous landmarks. But we got ISFO, yeah, it's good. Excellent. The whole Bay Area. Airport here. San Francisco somewhere in the background there. Oakland. The usual morning kind of low-lying cloud here. Nicely done. Put the flowers in your hair. Yeah, it's true. When you come from Europe, you would fly the bodega because you'll come from the, you'll be approaching from the northeast-ish, northeast, so you'll fly the bodega. Yeah.
2,500.
Radio altimeter alive.
Gear down. Flaps 20.
Cabin crew, take your seats. Speed check, flaps 20.
San Francisco traffic United 2416, final 28 left. Flaps 30.
Speed check, flaps 30.
Landing checklist.
Landing checklist. Landing checklist complete.
Checklist complete. I think it's one of those ILS approaches where the DME doesn't read 0. When you get to the threshold, I think it reads like 2 or something. That's a little bit confusing. And as I said, it's a shallower approach than normal. I think it's 2.8 or even maybe 2.5.
1,000 feet.
I'll have to
Approach
check
stable.
the chart. So you come in a little bit flatter than what you normally would. There. Hey Trig, how are you doing? Wait, left, check. Check. Brace for impact, it's gonna be sore. Gonna be very sore.
Approaching minimums.
I can feel it.
Minimums.
Continue landing. Ay, it's coming.
50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
Here we are.
Speed brakes up.
Idle
Reversers normal.
reverse. Manual braking.
60 knots.
Tickety check. Okay. Take
1,200 meters remaining.
this one, I think. Happy days. It's okay, it was not too sore. Believe that's Tango, yeah. See you next time. Thank you very much, guys. I'll stop fiddling about with the sim here. Thank you again for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed the short flight to virtual San Francisco.